Welcome to Bearcat Update. I'm Alex Sanchez.
And I'm Jenny James. Although it's gloomy outside, it's not raining on the Bearcat Sports Parade.
This past weekend, the football team honored the military in a very special way. Our reporter Nolan Brooks caught up with the Northwest Equipment Squad to see how they were making the exclusive look. Nolan?
To say the football team honors the military would be an understatement. In fact, they dedicate an entire helmet design to honor members of the Northwest family who have served in any branch of service.
So these military helmets, we actually started working with the National Guard and the Show Me Gold program last year. We had this idea to kind of be the first ever to put a photo on a football helmet. It's if you think about it, no one's really ever done it before. Some people have done it with their senior day helmets and stuff like that, but it's really unique to have a individual helmet. Every helmet on the field is different, and so it took a lot of time to formulate the data for the names and the background of the stripe, and get the family photos from the players and stuff like that. It's a year-long collaboration.
For Sergeant Jesse Ramsey and the Show Me Gold organization, the dedicated helmet lives up to and beyond their expectations of what the finished product would be, as it changes every year.
Oh, absolutely. The design is incredible. On top of that, it just fills us with a big sense of pride. We'd like to see it continue, but I mean, there's always room for improvement. We'd like to be a part of that, absolutely.
With the help of the Show Me Gold program, the athletic department was honored to create such a unique helmet alongside them for this year's military game.
With the National Guard, we partner with them every year. They've been great. They offer to come in, help with the decals. It's a great honor for them to see who else has also served in the past and who's currently serving. We feed them dinner and stuff like that, and they come in and help us with decals. It's a great honor for us to have them here to help, and a great honor for them to help the people that are serving.
From blank white helmets to the smoothly designed finished product, the athletic department and Show Me Gold organization created a helmet that truly symbolizes what it means to serve this country. For Bearcat Update, I'm Nolan Brooks.
Thanks, Nolan. After nearly a 2-hour lightning delay this past Saturday, the football team was back in action at home against Emporia State. Let's take a look. The Cats opened up the game with Shawn Bain Jr. doing what he does best, scoring touchdowns. The 3-yard pass from Wright puts the Cats up 7-0 in the first quarter. The Hornets tried to respond, but Sam Roberts is too quick and gets his first sack of 2 on the game. The Cats exploded in the second quarter. 2 minutes in, Josh Caldwell picks up the ball and runs it in from 4 yards out. At the 11-minute mark, number 2 on the field, number 1 in our hearts, Jamie Taylor takes down the field 80 yards, taking the Cats up 21-0. It's not halftime yet, ladies and gentlemen. Braden Wright is on fire and passes to Alec Tatum, who runs it home 72 yards. Northwest continues to dominate in the second half, scoring 2 more times. Wright finished with 4 touchdowns and 312 total yards. The Cats swatted the Hornets 43-0.
The offense racked up 450 total yards and held Emporia State to only 194 total yards. Player of the game, Alec Tatum, finished the game with 105 yards with just 3 catches.
The Cats sit right with Fort Hays State in the MIAA after Week 5. The team will be heading to Kansas this next weekend to take on the undefeated conference leader, Pitt State. This will be a challenging matchup, but we hope to move the momentum from the last game forward.
When you hear about Northwest football, there's often a name that comes with it, Shawn Bain Jr. He suffered a torn ACL in his college career and bounced back to soon dominate Division II football. Reporter Jawan Bush caught up with the all-star wide receiver. Jawan?
Coach Wright talks a lot about overcoming the next obstacle, but nobody knows that better than Northwest's very own Shawn Bain Jr.
It was a punt return right before halftime. I didn't think it was torn, to be honest. I didn't hear a sound. I didn't hear a pop. And I got some help off the field, and I'm walking. I'm like, but something's burning. I don't know what it is. I'm telling Kelly and Liz, and then they checked it. It was like, well, it's not complete tear, but it's much looser than the other leg, and so I didn't finish that game.
Little did Shawn Bain know it was a way more serious than he expected, and he was about to face one of his biggest obstacles of his collegiate career.
A couple days later, I got the MRI. It was like, yeah, it's a partial tear, but I was still walking around campus, fans and supporters asking, hey, you gonna be in the next game? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But yeah, I was out for the that playoffs, but we were able to pull it off with the national championship.
Shawn Bain's process to come back from the ACL injury wasn't easy at all. He had to work twice as hard to become the best wide receiver he is now today.
I was basically doing 2-a-days every other day. So, you know, I'm in the training room with Kelly. You know, we're doing our wall slides, we doing, you know, pool therapy. And then by the time I was able to run, I was doing this program at the hospital called Acceleration. And so I'm doing Joe Q, and I'm doing acceleration at the same time. It was a lot of wear and tear on my body, but you play the game with your legs, so I needed all that I could get.
It wasn't an easy process, but it was well worth it, as Shawn Bain now has 4 touchdowns, 339 yards, and averages 70 yards per game. For Bearcat Update, I'm Juwan Bush.
Thanks, Jawan. We're going to take a quick break, but stick around. We have a special guest up next. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8.
Welcome back to Bearcat Update. The cross-country team is 3 meets into the fall season and are hitting great marks.
Caroline Ross is helping lead the women, pushing for faster times each week.
Today on Bearcat Boulevard, we are joined by Caroline Ross. Caroline, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So you're a freshman. This is all new to you. How has that transition been for you going from high school now to college cross-country?
It's been really good. We have a really great group of girls leading the team, so they just welcomed us in. From the first day that we entered campus, they were inviting us out on runs and showing us around campus and inviting us into the team. And it's been really great to just have them. It's made the transition a lot easier to have that kind of team together, so it's good.
I know you weren't here last year, but you guys have a new coach. How do you like that? Like, how do you like the new coach?
The new coaches are really great, and they're bringing in like a lot of great ideas. They're really focused on our team being really great, and so they've been training us together and making sure that there's one team and that we're all together and cheering each other on, which has been really, really great.
You mentioned training, so how has the training been different from what you were used to in high school?
It's a lot faster than what I'm used to, but they just ease us into it, so it was really good. Coming into the summer with all of the miles really helps, and our times are starting to get faster. We're entering a 4-week training period where we're starting to train above race pace so that we can hit those PRs at the end of the season. So our paces have been speedy,
yeah.
but.
And you mentioned before that your coaches want you guys to be a team, like kind of really be a team. How do you like that? How's that?
I love that. I am all about team, and it's really great to have coaches who are on board with that and push for that. So we're really focusing on making the girls and guys one team and making the track and cross country team one team as well. So that's been really, really fun to get to know everyone.
The schoolwork in general in college can be really hard to keep up with, so adding a sport, that can be kind of stressful. So how are you handling and balancing that?
I'm an early riser, so I do a lot of homework in the mornings before I even have classes. And basically any free time I have, I'm often in the library doing homework. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
It just happens.
Yeah.
And you're leading the women's cross-country team, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that as a freshman leading the women's team?
It's good. It's really fun. A lot of the girls support me and the other freshmen, so it's been really great to just feel supported by my team, especially coming in as a freshman.
What kind of other adjustments would you say you've had to make just coming in, new freshman, you're leading the team? Is there any kind of added pressure? How do you adjust to that?
I don't really feel much pressure about it. I'm just a freshman. They don't really know, and they don't have expectations for me. So you just kind of go and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Caroline. It was great to have you on. And that's all we have for Bearcat Boulevard, but stick around. We've got more to come on Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8.
Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Playing a sport in college is a challenging task. especially for a walk-on.
This season, senior Elizabeth Pizarek walked on the Northwest soccer team to embrace her passion of playing soccer. Our reporter Becca Ross got the inside scoop. Becca?
The Northwest soccer team is full of new faces this season with a new coach and recruits. But this year, they also have a walk-on senior, Liz Pizarek, who enjoys everything Northwest has to offer.
My last college was really close to home, and this one's like 5 hours away. I live in Wentzville. It's 40 miles west of St. Louis, and I just really need to get farther away from home because I kept going home a lot. And I love the community here. It's beautiful, and I also love it because I go to church at the Newman Center, and those people are really welcoming, and one of the main reasons why I came here was the Newman Center, so I love it.
Growing up, soccer was a constant in Liz's life, so it was obvious to her to continue playing in college.
I played ever since I was 5 years old, so it's just kind of been a thing for me. I love soccer. It's just like a passion I've always had, and I just always wanted to play in college.
Transferring to a new college isn't always easy, especially as a senior, but coming to Northwest and joining the soccer team was no tough decision for Liz.
So this is my 4th year. I'm a senior, and I really wanted to complete all 4 years of soccer, and I came out and I watched a couple of their games, and I really liked their chemistry, and I liked how they played together and worked really hard together, and I wanted to be a part of that.
On Friday, Liz got her first start of the season. With a rough few weeks behind her, she was ready to step up and show the team her worth.
I'm really excited. I have been out for a couple of weeks with a concussion, so getting into it and starting hard is my goal, and proving that I want this spot, so I'm going to keep it.
With an unfortunate 2-0 loss, the Bearcats fall to 1-7 on the season. But that didn't stop Liz from giving it her all and stepping up to show the team just how much playing means to her. For Bearcat Update, I'm Becca Ross.
Thanks, Becca. The girls soccer team will be heading to Kearney, Nebraska to take on the Lopers this Friday at 7.
The volleyball team was in action last week, Friday taking on Fort Hays State and Saturday playing Nebraska Kearney.
Friday, the girls took the game in 3, moving their record to 6-0 in conference. Saturday's game was a little tougher playing the Lopers. Playing all the way to 5 sets, the girls couldn't pull it out and fell to Kearney, dropping to 3rd in conference right behind UNK.
There's a lot going on this week. Let's take a look at our top picks.
The volleyball team will be hungry for another win after this past weekend. They will be at home on Friday as they take on Central Oklahoma, who sits right behind us in conference. And I believe the girls can really go far this season.
Yeah, I agree with you there. The football team has a big game ahead of them this week, heading over to Pittsburgh, Kansas. The undefeated Gorillas headed into overtime with Lindenwood this past weekend. I'm sure the Cats are looking to stir the pot a little bit as they head to take on our rivals. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Bearcat Update. You can follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8.
Or watch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT 8. Thanks for watching and have a great night.